Hey Fit Fam, welcome to live Q&A with Coach Fit Pro J every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at facebook.com/FitProJ Coaching. Tonight, I'm going to show you how to keep it simple with smoothies by breaking them down into 6 layers. And then on the segment, I don't know, Ask Jay, we're going to talk about fermented foods and the best time to work out. And make sure you stick around to the end of the show because I'm going to share with you how to get tonight's bonus and how to download it. If you guys don't know me, hi, I'm Coach Fit Pro J. I'm your diet-free fat loss specialist. I've been there, done that, and now help others do the same. I help people frustrated with the cycle of dieting break the cycle, get results, and never diet again. So if you'd like to connect with a coach that talks the talk and walks the walk, hit the Learn More button at the top of my page or visit fitprojcoaching.com and connect with me there. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining me tonight. So before we get into the keep it simple with smoothies by breaking them down into 6 layers, I wanted to ask you, do you guys do you make smoothies? And if you do, I wanted to know, what are your favorite smoothie ingredients? What are your favorite smoothie ingredients? Hit me up in the comments section. I want to know. What are your favorite smoothie ingredients? My favorite smoothie ingredients, I like bananas, peanut butter, and spinach. Those are my 3 go-tos in a smoothie. Uh, Banana, peanut butter, and spinach. They all go well with chocolate and they go well with vanilla. Okay. Bananas get you some nice energy, carbohydrates, peanut butter, some decent fat, depending on what peanut butter you use. And then the spinach, it doesn't taste like anything, but it just ups the nutritious portion of the smoothie. So those are my favorite smoothie ingredients: bananas, peanut butter, and spinach. I want to know what your favorite smoothie ingredients are. Hit me up in the comments section and let me know what your favorite smoothie ingredients are. Okay. All right. But before we get into keeping it simple with smoothies by breaking them down into 6 layers, I wanted to answer a question that I get often, and it kind of goes with this whole smoothie theme here. All right. And that question is a smoothie better for you than a solid meal? Is a smoothie better for you than a solid meal? To answer that question, it depends. Let's go ahead and break this down. It depends. As far as whole food is concerned and supplements, whole food is almost always better. All right. Whole food is almost always better. So when you can, opt for whole foods, but of course, smoothies become very convenient. So is a smoothie better for you than a solid meal? A smoothie is better than nothing or junk. And I'm going to give you this example. Um, a lot of people in the morning, they wake up, do what they have to do before they get to work. And what they do is a lot of people have trouble eating solid food in the morning, whether that's their stomach thing, a preference thing, or it could just be convenience, just because they're busy, they need to get to work or get going. They can't, sit down and eat a solid meal. So that's where a smoothie can come in. Um, but what ends up happening is a lot of these that don't make people that don't make smoothies, and they get in that scenario and they don't like solid food in the morning, like right away. And they can't sit down and eat either. They end up going to Dunkin' Donuts, or they leave the house, start to go to work, and they end up at Dunkin' Donuts or like McDonald's or something like that, and get some high fat, highly processed breakfast sandwich. So a smoothie is definitely better when it comes to solid food. When it comes to that, a smoothie is much more nutritious than something that you pick up at Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or McDonald's, what have you. So again, a smoothie is also better than eating nothing at all. Breakfast, you break the fast. You've been fasting all night, and you wake up, you want to get some recovery going. You want to get some nutrition into your system, into your body. So a smoothie is better than nothing, and it's better than what you would pick up, if you just left the house and went to Dunkin' Donuts or McDonald's, got a breakfast sandwich. So that's one thing that you got to take into consideration with this question: is a smoothie better for you than a solid meal? The other thing is too that you got to watch out for. Say in that same scenario, you leave the house and you go out instead of Dunkin' Donuts, or maybe it's the juice bar at the gym. You finish working out, you work out early in the morning, and then you're gonna head to the juice bar at the gym and get a smoothie there, or maybe tropical, a place like Tropical Smoothie. Okay, um, there's a problem with that typically. Um, I don't know about your juice bar, if you even have one, but typically what happens in a gym juice bar or a place like Tropical Smoothie is that the smoothies are typically high in added sugars, and that's a no-no. You don't want to have high added sugars. The other thing is they typically use a lower quality protein. These these companies are trying to make money. They're not getting this top quality protein, or they're not even getting a mediocre protein. You would probably buy a better protein at the store or get on Amazon than they would use typically. Not all of them, but a lot of the times. And then the other thing, besides high in added sugars and a lower quality protein, they typically rely on heavily processed foods too, or highly processed ingredients. And you don't want that. You want the less processing as possible. So watch out when you leave and you go out somewhere else, like a smoothie place, Smoothie King, Tropical Smoothie, places like that. Even your local juice bar at the gym. Sometimes it's just you get higher in added sugars, lower quality protein, highly processed ingredients. You just want to stay away from that type of thing. It's a lot better if you make it yourself. And we're going to get into that today, luckily. Okay. And tonight's bonus is also going to help you out with that too. So the other thing to think about when answering the question, is a smoothie better for you than a solid meal, is smoothies do digest quicker. All right. So it's better around a workout, or better closer to the workout. That's either before the workout. Maybe you have a smoothie, then wait 45 minutes to an hour. Even then, you could work out. A lot of people, no problem. Versus, or even afterwards, after the workout, you want to get that recovery and that nutrition in you as soon as possible. We're going to talk about recovery next week, by the way. That's going to be the big thing on the show. But after the workout, you want to get that recovery process going as quick as possible. You want those nutrients in you as quick as possible. And since smoothies digest a lot quicker, that's a good way to do it. And just like before the workout, if you have to work out an hour, 45 minutes from now, smoothie would digest a lot quicker and you'd have a better time in your workout versus a solid meal. All right. So smoothies digest quicker. So they're better closer to the workout, whether that's before the workout or even after the workout. And of course, convenience wise, any other time where you can't get a solid meal in. One of the other things that you got to pay attention to, or look at, is solid meals digest slower than smoothies. Okay. So they keep you fuller longer. So if you know that you're going to have a span of time in between two meals, you may want to have a solid meal if that is an option, because it's going to help you be fuller longer to get to that next meal. Whereas if you had a smoothie, it's going to digest quicker and you're going to be hungry before that next meal. It's time for that next meal, which can cause you to grab for things you shouldn't. And, no one wants to feel hungry either. So that's another thing. Solid meals digest slower. It keeps you fuller longer. So keep those things in mind when you're answering the question, is a smoothie better for you than a solid meal? It depends. And we just talked about what it depends on. And I haven't seen any comments come in yet. I wanted to know what your favorite smoothie ingredients are. What are your favorite smoothie ingredients? Even if you're catching this on the replay, hit me up in the comments section. Let me know. I interact with these comments a week after these videos go out. Okay. A week after this broadcast. So I'd like to know what your favorite smoothie ingredients are. Hit me up in the comments section. All right. So we are going to get into the 6 layers of a smoothie. Okay. The 6 layers of a smoothie. I'm going to help you construct a smoothie. Let me go ahead and get this graphic up for you guys. Okay. All right. We are going to go over the 6 layers of a smoothie. The first is liquid. Liquids first. And when I mention liquids, of course, water pops into everybody's head, probably, of course, the most common thing. Almond milk. A lot of people use almond milk. I'm going to give you some tips on some of these things. Almond milk, even coconut milk. You want to get the unsweetened. You do not want added sugars. Stay away from the added sugars, especially if you're going for fat loss. Um, so almond milk and coconut milk, or even the combination. I've seen almond slash coconut milk. Make sure it's unsweetened. It could be vanilla flavored, what have you, or unflavored. Just make sure it is unsweetened. Another liquid you could use is green tea. That's a great liquid to use, green tea, especially if you brew your own. Great antioxidants, just the health benefits of green tea. And there's a bunch of different smoothie type of recipes that call for green tea with vanilla, protein powder, and berries. That's one. There's a ton of them. And if you'd like to see any recipes, let me know. Hit me up in the comments section and we'll get them out to you. We'll get them on some of these shows, get some recipes going. All right. And then another thing that you can use for liquids in a smoothie is pasteurized egg whites. Pasteurized egg whites. Don't be cracking those eggs and breaking the white into the blender. Don't be doing that. We don't want salmonella going on. All right. So pasteurized egg whites, it comes in the cartons, okay, and most of the grocery stores. Liquid egg whites, pasteurized egg whites. All the bad stuff is out of it. You can use that in a smoothie to make you more satisfied. It will make the smoothie go longer because it takes a long time for your body to break down protein, and that pasteurized egg white will go a long way. It will also help you beef up the protein content of your smoothie. So maybe you're running low on protein. Who knows? You usually use 2 scoops. Well, use 1 scoop and then use some pasteurized egg white, to bring that protein up. So there are other liquids you can use, but one of the liquids that you do not want to use is fruit juice. We talked about fruit juice in the last broadcast. So if you didn't catch that, you want to go and catch that. Fruit juice, you don't want to have all these added sugars. In that one, I talked about how for just 8 ounces, or I'm sorry, 8 ounces or 1 cup of orange juice, it takes about 3 medium-sized oranges to make that. But you're squeezing the juice out and you're consuming it, and you're throwing the fiber and some of the other vitamins away. The fiber is what slows down the sugars in the juice. So you don't want to be using fruit juices in your smoothies. They'll taste damn good, but you don't want that added sugar, especially if you're doing for health benefits. So liquids first is what we want to do. That's the first layer of the smoothie. Before I get into the second, I'm going to get into some of these comments. Hopefully some of you guys mentioned your favorite smoothie ingredients. What are your favorite smoothie ingredients? Hey, Rich, what's going on, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Protein and water, very rare occasion, almond milk, and half a banana. Excellent, excellent. Banana is one of my favorites too. Yep, unsweetened. That's right. What's up, Mr. Johnson? Flax milk. All right, that's another good one. Nice and healthy. Flax milk. Excellent, excellent. And if anybody else has any favorite smoothie ingredients, hit me up in that comment section. Let me know. Let me know what's going on. Let's get into the next layer here. All right. The next layer, dry goods. Dry goods is the next layer. All right. And when I'm talking about dry goods, I'm talking about your protein powder, your sweeteners, rolled oats, even Wheaties. Wheaties would work. All right. Wheaties are for 1 serving of Wheaties. I know this because I just looked it up, but 1 serving of Wheaties has about 30 or so total carbohydrates and about 4 grams of added sugar, which isn't bad for a serving. Has very, very low fat. I think it's 0.5 total grams, 0.5, a half a gram of total fat in a serving. And I think it's only 3 grams of protein, but you're going to add the protein powder in anyway, right? And potentially egg whites. But anyhow, so the dry goods, protein powder. Protein powder, I'm going to have to do a whole broadcast on that. There are so many different protein powders out there. There's vegan, there's which is all plant-based. There is beef protein, even, believe it or not. They make beef protein isolate. Makes you pretty gassy, though. The other protein, dairy, whey, everybody knows about, whey-based or dairy-based protein powders. But you have all these different types of protein powders, okay? Sweetener. There's so many different things you can use for sweetener. I like to use stevia. Stevia, there's no calories. It's not man-made. It's just ground up leaf. It's a stevia leaf. It's just ground up, and it does a very very good. Yeah, some are different than others, but it does a good job of sweetening things without the calories. Is the point? Splenda, I don't like so much. Splenda's man-made. It's like kind of chemical. It's just I think you put a packet of Splenda, you open it up and put it on the ground. I don't think the ants will even touch it, believe it or not. You might want to try that experiment. But Splenda, I try to stay away from. And of course, you don't want to add sugar. But some of the healthy added sugars that you can actually add are like honey. You just honey, agave nectar. There's all these different other healthy sweeteners that do have calories and they are sugar, but the trick with that is to quantify the serving that you're using is all. Don't A little can go a long way. You don't want to use a ton. So with the honey, you don't just want to pour it in. You want to grab like a table, measure it. Okay, like you should measure peanut butter. Measure it. And then another dry good you could use is rolled oats. I like using rolled oats too. Put it right in the blender and just blend it up, and it's good to go. So dry goods would be the second layer. On to the third layer. Leafy greens. Leafy greens. One of my favorite, like I said, spinach. You can use kale. Uh, some people use chard. Chard actually helps reduce your blood sugar. It helps regulate your blood sugar. So that, it's a good thing to regulate your blood sugar throughout the day. And chard will do that. And added to a smoothie, I mean, that's just good nutrition sense. Romaine lettuce, believe it or not, it helps lower cholesterol. Another health added ingredient of leafy green that you can add to a smoothie. Like I said, my favorite is spinach. Kale tends to change the taste of the smoothie a little bit. So does chard, but spinach, it doesn't. If anything, it makes the smoothie maybe a little bit naturally sweeter. Um, One big thing about spinach, I will say, it's like high up on the dirty dozen as far as pesticides and insecticides and whatnot. You want to use organic spinach. Whenever possible, buy organic spinach. It's high up on the list on the dirty dozen. All right. And especially if you eat a lot of it, you want to get a lot of spinach, and it's good for you for many different reasons. But try to get organic when you can, as far as spinach. High up in the dirty dozen. All right. Another high up in the dirty dozen, by the way, is strawberries. Just a little bonus there. All right. And before I get so leafy greens is layer number 3, okay, for the smoothie. Before I get into the next layer, got some comments here I want to check out. All right. Haha. I appreciate that, Rich, man. Good looking out, man. We got to connect one of these times, man. I'm down here on the South Shore now. Keisha, love it, man. Appreciate it. All right. Steel cut oats. Excellent. I haven't tried steel cut oats in the smoothie, um, but I can imagine you can cook it, all right, to make it softer and then add it to the smoothie, which is fine. Another thing I could add to the smoothie is rice works, believe it or not, brown or white rice. As you cook it and then put it into the blender as a carb source. I'm just looking at these comments. Sorry, here we go. Rich also at times puts small amount of peanut butter in the protein shake. Yeah, it is amazing. And just as another side note, under the dry goods that we were on, as far as peanut butter is concerned, you can also utilize PB2. It's called. It's basically peanut. It's powdered peanut butter. It's peanut butter with a lot of the fat taken out. That way, you can get a little bit more of that peanut butter flavor with less fat. All right, check it out in the supermarket. PB2. It's powdered peanut butter. It's peanut butter with a lot of the fat taken out, but you still get that peanut butter taste. That stuff's excellent. All right, let's get on to the next layer here. Layer number 4, soft ingredients. All right, soft ingredients. And when I'm talking about soft ingredients, I am talking about nut butters like peanut butter, cashew butter, almond butter, yogurt, cottage cheese, even tofu, believe it or not. Tofu is good for anti-inflammatory purposes. It's a big anti-inflammatory, believe it or not, like turmeric powder is. But yeah, soft ingredients would be your next layer. All right. Nut butters. And again, peanut butter. It was on one of the other broadcasts. You want to make sure that your peanut butter, you turn the label around and you look at it and it says ingredients, peanuts, or it could just say peanuts and salt. Okay. That's all that should be in your peanut butter. Nothing else. It should just be peanuts or peanuts and salt. That's the peanut butter that I'm talking about. And that same goes for almond. Okay. Almond butter, almonds or almonds and salt, cashew butter, same thing. All right. You don't want added sugars or anything added to those nut butters. You just want the natural nut butter. Yogurt and cottage cheese. They're both excellent sources of protein that you can add to your smoothie as well. And not only that, yogurt, we're going to talk about a little bit later on, I don't know, Ask Jay. But yogurt is also good for you in many other reasons. But yogurt and cottage cheese, excellent, excellent sources of protein. Tofu actually is an excellent complete source of plant-based or vegan protein. The only problem with tofu, or not problem, but the only caveat with tofu is that it's pretty high in fat. Okay, tofu is high in fat, but it's a complete protein source for vegans or plant-based. So that is what I wanted to talk about as far as number 4 is concerned. Let's get to the next layer. Fresh fruit, veggies, nuts, and seeds. And when I'm talking about that, of course, banana, my favorite, apple, sweet potato, pistachio, flax seeds, all these different things. Yes, I said sweet potato. Sweet potato, what you do is you take the whole sweet potato, you bake it in the oven. Then you take, once it's done, cut it in half, scoop the potato out, and you can refrigerate it. Okay, and you can utilize it for a carb source, a very nutrient dense carb source in your smoothies. All right, goes well with chocolate protein powder, and it goes well with vanilla too. All right, excellent to add that to your smoothies. Pistachios are great for you. Flax seeds. Okay, when I say flax seeds, the flax seeds, in order for you to get the nutrient benefit out of them, you want to get grounded flax seeds or flax meal. All flax meal is flax seeds that are ground up. Because if you take in the whole flax seed, you're just going to pass it. All right. You're not really going to get any benefits out of it. If you put the flax seeds, the whole flax seeds into the blender and blend it up, they're all not going to break up. Okay. So your best bet is to buy flax meal or ground flax seeds. Okay. So that's one thing I want to say about that. That's most seeds. You want them ground up and then add them to your smoothie or meal or whatever you're going to eat them with. Okay. So layer number 5, fresh fruits, veggies, and seeds. Let's go ahead and move on now to layer number 6. Layer number 6, ice and other frozen ingredients. Ice and other frozen ingredients. And I'm talking about those fresh fruits and potential veggies that bananas are excellent with this. Bananas go ripe really quick and you don't know what to do with them. Freeze them. Freeze your bananas. Any fruit that you have that's ripe and you're not really going to get to it, you want to freeze it, okay? Because you can use it later on. You can use it later on in your smoothies. Okay, so ice, frozen fruits, and veggies. Make sure you freeze those bananas, guys, and use them. Just buy as many bananas as you want, because the next time you go to the grocery store, you go to buy bananas, you're just going to see all these green bananas, and you need a smoothie tomorrow morning. What are you going to do? If you had a bunch of bananas to begin with, yeah, some of them, overripe, they got really ripe, freeze them, break them up and freeze them, and then just bring them out as you need them for a smoothie. That's the best bet. You can use this for mangoes, anything. Okay, anything. So ice and frozen ingredients is the next layer in the smoothie. All right. So these layers that I'm showing you, they're actually in a particular order. All right. When you put your liquids first and then your dry goods, the leafy greens, the soft ingredients, and then you go ahead and add your fresh fruits, veggies, or nuts and seeds, or you could omit some of this if you want, and then your ice and frozen ingredients. That's how to layer your smoothie to make it blend up smoother. Okay. That's how to layer a smoothie so that it doesn't get all messed up in the blender. Try that if you haven't yet. Get these layers correct. And this layering guide for a better smoothie is going to be part of tonight's bonus that you can download. Okay. And we'll get to that. All right. So liquids first, dry goods, leafy greens, soft ingredients, fresh fruits and veggies, nuts and seeds, ice, and frozen ingredients. That's how you want to do that. All right. That's the proper way to layer a smoothie. And that's another way to make sure that you get a full nutritious smoothie. You're not missing any ingredients. Okay. You can just go down the line. All right. And the other thing I wanted to say too about that is if you have a bullet blender, you have to put the ingredients upside down. I have a bullet that I use from time to time. All right. And what I do is I do put a little bit of liquid first, and then I'll go ahead and put just a little bit of liquid, not all of it, just a little bit, and then put the dry goods, the leafy goods, just go all the way up until you get to the ice and put the ice in there, and then go ahead and fill in the rest of your liquid, and then blend it up. So with the bullet, you just turn it upside down. Liquids, ice, fresh fruit, soft ingredient. You put your dry goods or your protein powder last, but then put your liquid, the rest of the liquid on top of it in a bullet type blender, and then blend it up. That's how that works. All right, a little bit, and it says that on tonight's bonus as a reminder for you when you download it. All right, so that is how to layer a smoothie, or keep it simple smoothies, breaking it down to 6 layers. All right, I am going to head over to the comments section. Let's see what's going on over here. All right. Rich says almond butter is key on low carb bread for a quick snack. Yeah, that is delicious. I've had that before. That's delicious. Freezing bananas allows you to use less ice. Yep, that's right. You do use less ice, and it is better flavor too. It's just something about frozen bananas, man. That's why bananas are one of my favorite ingredients for a smoothie. Excellent. All right, now we are going to head on over to the segment. I don't know, Ask Jay. All right, I don't know, Ask Jay. And I'd like to know in the comments section, even if this is the replay and you're watching this on a different day, I will check it out. I want to know if there are any nutrition or fitness related questions you'd like to ask me about. Okay. Do you have any nutrition or fitness related questions that you'd like to ask me about? Hit me up in the comments section, even if this is the replay, and I will probably feature it on one of the next live broadcasts. All right. I don't know, Ask Jay. I have 2 questions tonight that came in. Okay. And the first one, why are fermented foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, and yogurt good for you? Why are fermented foods good for you? Foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, and yogurt, fermented foods, okay, they're rich in probiotic bacteria. Probiotic bacteria is the good bacteria in your gut. If you don't know, our gut or our microbiome, it has trillions of bacteria, good and bad, in there. Okay, there's all your gut is amazing. Okay, it has a ton of bacteria, good and bad, in it. And when you eat fermented foods, they're rich in the good bacteria. Okay, that good bacteria, it increases the health of your gut, which is a good thing, and it helps your digestive system out too. Your gut is directly related to your immune system. Okay, so a healthy gut equals a healthy immune system. Okay, so it enhances your immune system. Fermented foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, and yogurt. All right. It also makes some foods easier to digest. As an example, people that have issues with milk, okay, the lactose in milk. Lactose is the sugar that's in milk, okay, that's milk sugar, lactose. All right. Yogurt and some cheeses, okay, if they go through the fermentation process, so they become a fermented food, which makes them rich in probiotic bacteria. But what it also does is it breaks down the lactose in milk in the that was in the yogurt that was made the yogurt, make the cheese. It breaks down the lactose into simpler sugars, which makes those milk-like products easier to digest for people that don't digest lactose very well. So that's another thing that fermented foods are good for. Okay, the only downside to fermented foods is sometimes there's a temporary increase in gas, okay, and bloating. And the only reason for that is because the good bacteria is kicking butt. It's kicking bad bacteria's butt, and the byproduct of that is a lot of gases and whatnot. So, if you've never really taken probiotics before, or good probiotic bacteria in your system, and you dump some in, you're gonna have a little bit of gas, but that's temporary. It will go away. So those are the major reasons why fermented foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, and yogurt are good for you. Great for your gut health. Great for your gut health. All right. So remember, I don't know. Ask Jay. I need some more questions. So hit me up in the comment section, even if you're watching this on the replay. I got another question in here. All right. Is working out in the morning better for you? Is working out in the morning better for you? It really doesn't matter. You'll get results regardless of what time of day you work out, as long as it works for you. The key is consistency. Whatever gets you consistent in working out is better for you. So if it's convenient to work out in the morning, do so. If it's convenient for you to work out in the evening, do so. In the middle of the day, go ahead. It doesn't matter. Consistency is the key. As long as you are working out, that's the point. It doesn't matter if you work out in the morning. Yes, I've worked out all different times. Working out in the morning tends to give you some more energy throughout the day. Okay. And it's nice to just have it done. You don't have to worry about working out later on. All right. So that's one thing. Working out later on in the day can have its benefits too. Some people have high stress jobs, and then it's nice to just zone out, put your headphones on, hit the gym, and hit those weights or whatever you do there. Okay. Sometimes that's better for people. It again, it depends on you. The best time of the day to work out is whenever you can be consistent. That's the best time. There is really no best time of day to work out. Thanks for that question. All right. And again, I don't know, ask Jay. I need some questions. So if there's any nutrition or fitness related questions you want to know, want me to answer for you on the next broadcast, hit me up in the comments section, even if this is the replay. Even if this is the replay. All right, guys. I wanted to recap for you before I get to the bonus. All right. So tonight we talked about how to keep it simple with smoothies by breaking them down into 6 layers. And we talked a lot about smoothies. All right. I don't know. Ask Jay. We talked about why fermented foods are good for you. And we also talked about what time of day is the best day to work out. Okay. This week's bonus. This week's bonus. The Keep It Simple Smoothie Worksheet. Okay. It includes the smoothie layering guide. I'm going to give you guys a peek at it real quick. All right. Let's see. It will help you build a smoothie. Okay. This is tonight's bonus here. Let me put it on full screen for you and get this out of the way. All right. The Keep It Simple Smoothie Worksheet. We have windows to put your ingredients. What liquid are you going to use? What dry goods? What leafy greens, and so forth. All right. And then you have the reminder here, how to layer them. And down here, your reminder about how to reverse it if you're using a NutriBullet or a bullet tip of blender. All right. That's tonight's bonus. And how do you get tonight's bonus? You can get tonight's bonus. You can download it by joining the private Facebook group Nutrition Bootcamps for All. Join Nutrition Bootcamps for All, and I'm going to pin it at the top at the end of this broadcast. So that's where you can go and pick up your Keep It Simple Smoothie Worksheet to help you build your smoothie. All right. And if you have any questions, that's the beauty of joining the group too. Say you download that and you have some questions about smoothies, you go ahead and just type a question in the group. I am very active in the group. Type a question, I'll answer it for you. That's another bonus for just joining the group. So tonight's bonus, the Keep It Simple smoothie worksheet, you want to go ahead and join the private Facebook group, Nutrition Boot Camps for All, and pick it up there. I'll pin it to the top of the group at the end of this broadcast. All right, guys, that's tonight's show. Thank you for being here with me. I want you to connect with me, fitprojcoaching.com. You can connect with me there. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Coach FitProJ, your diet-free fat loss specialist. I've been there, done that, and now help others do the same. I help people frustrated with the cycle of dieting, break the cycle, get results, and never diet again. So if you'd like to connect with a coach that talks the talk and walks the walk, hit the Learn More button at the top of the page or go to fitprojcoaching.com and connect with me there. All right. Remember, Fit Fam, keep it simple, keep it moving, and keep it real, especially when it comes to your fitness. And I'll see you next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at facebook.com/FitProJCoaching. See you then, guys. Bye.